welcome to Wrap It Up. My name is Nonka Zumulogindi. I am so excited to be back on your screens after such a long time, right? I know it's been quite a minute. I just want to apologize also on behalf of the team, but there are just some things that we had to take care of. But what matters is that we are here. And we fixed everything that we needed to fix to make sure that you get the best of what we do. And that is giving you a wrap up of those trending stories that you need to know in and around your world. Let's get straight into it. We learned of the president addressing the nation and alerting us that the country is adjusted to lockdown level 4, where most things were banned, from alcohol to political and religious gatherings, to gyms being banned from operating, restaurants being banned from operating except for drive-thrus and takeaways only, and many other things, most things. But nonetheless, we can live through level 4. We have lived through worse, level 5, where the country has been to a standstill. So let's just abide by the COVID-19 protocols, wear our masks, sanitize, and keep our social distancing. Moving right along. Another big story was of the Constitutional Court ruling that the former President Jacob Zuma be imprisoned for the next 15 months for contempt of court. This after he refused to appear at the the Zondo Commission several times. And when I saw and heard the story, I was like, finally, because the former president saw it coming. How many times has he been summoned to come to the Zondo Commission and he refused? What did he say? He'd rather go to jail than be subjected to the commission. Now that the Constitutional Court has done what it does best and put you to book, now he's explaining himself to his thousands and hundreds of supporters. Still on the Constitutional Court ruling, it also ruled against Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane, saying that she didn't even have the scope to investigate the CR17 donations made at the ANC campaign in 2017. This is where also the Constitutional Court was investigating whether President Cyril Ramaphosa was indeed testifying the truth at the commission regarding the 500,000 rand donation from Bosasa. So the Constitutional Court basically found that the public protector didn't even have the scope to investigate. And I asked myself, does she even know what she's doing? Because truly speaking, if you've been following the news, from the time she was instated as the public protector and she took office, she's been in hot waters. She is the familiar face in courts. So it's really questionable. I really question her ability to execute her position. It's really questionable. What do you think? Give me your views on these stories. Moving right along. We saw the hundreds of supporters gathering close to the former president's homestead in KwaZulu-Natal, trying to prevent him from being arrested. And I said to myself, what nonsense is this? We are under strict lockdown level. We are not supposed to be in any public gathering. How dare they gather in those numbers? There's no social distancing, no COVID-19 protocol whatsoever, which was observed there, all in the name of protecting their former president. I was like, this is nonsense. Yeah, but what I like is that the police minister, Bekicele, was looking closely into it, saying that he's going to arrest those people that were there, and that there were 20 cameras, more than 20 cameras there. That's enough information for him to be able to track down all the people that actually went against the lockdown regulations. Moving right along, another big story was of the basic education minister, Njimo Checha, becoming the acting president while President Cyril Ramaphosa was away in Zambia for the funeral of the former Zambian president, Mr. Kenneth Kaunda, who passed away in hospital. And may his soul rest in peace on that note. But dealing with the basic education minister being the acting president, I said, what? What of all the ministers in the cabinet? Couldn't there be a minister that would be selected? Even the deputy president was not supposed to be stepping in. But Mama Njimo, really? I was like, yeah, no, South Africa, hashtag Banana Republic, honestly. Moving right along, we saw the Eswatini protests where there were demonstrations, and it's apparent that these people are protesting against the monarchy's rule over the country. There's been a lot of police presence, police brutality, strong security forces, deadly even. So, different news channels, different reporters have been trying to track the story down as to what is causing these protests. And it's actually a developing story, which I'll bring you more updates on it. And moving internationally, we saw the highest court in Pennsylvania ruling, or rather overturning the conviction of Bill Cosby, saying that he needed to be released with immediate effect from prison. And I was like, what rubbish is this? Is it because he's famous? Is it because of his influence? What is this? Why was his conviction overturned? And I was like, yeah, money has power, influence has power. But what I am happy about is that he served, he felt the pinch of prison. He served some years. I'm also glad that, he has felt that thing in terms of his reputation. It will never be the same again. His life will never be the same again. And he did pay somewhat for the sexual assault that he committed on Andrew Constant, who was sexually assaulted by him in 2004 in his home. And he was even proud about that. So for what it is, we can accept, because, it's the highest court in Pennsylvania that ruled this. And, he did feel some pain. Right, moving right along, we learned of the deaths of very prominent figures here in South Africa. Firstly, the passing of musician, the legend Steve Kekana. Mr. Take your love and keep it, girl. I don't need it anymore. Loved that song, and I think it's one of the songs that will forever be cemented in his music industry, or rather his music career, rather. So yeah, he passed away due to the COVID-19 complications, and may his soul rest in peace. We also learned of the passing of Neheshe Mutodi, whom we loved on SABC2's Muvango. He played the character of Ndalamo Mukwebo. Yes, he also passed away, but the cause of his death was not revealed by his family even after the burial. So I guess they just wanted that privacy throughout, even until and after his burial. May his soul also rest in peace. And finally, we learned of the first match that the Springboks actually went through after their Rugby World Cup win in 2019. They were actually playing against Georgia at Loftus Feld Stadium, where they beat Georgia 49. And I was like, shoot! Isn't that just reputable of the Springboks? Right, that's a wrap-up of all those news stories that I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe to this channel. And I'll be back again at the end of next week with another dose of Wrap It Up. Shop, shop.